Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we spill the tea on Hollywood's biggest scandals and latest celebrity gossip. And today's story, trust me, is nothing short of explosive. We're talking about Diddy's shocking arrest, the celebrities who are getting dragged into the spotlight because of their ties to him, like the Kardashians, Usher, and even Kevin Hart, and what this whole situation means for Hollywood's elite. From A-list parties to Twitter purges and restaurant shutdowns, people are starting to connect dots, and social media is on fire. But don't worry, I'm here to break it all down for you, including some of the wildest fan theories that are swirling around. But before we dive in, let me hit you with a quick disclaimer. Just because someone attended a party or was seen with Diddy doesn't mean they were involved in anything criminal. The internet has a way of blowing things up, and while there's a lot of speculation going on, we're here to look at everything. Alright, let's get into it, because there is a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the headline that started it all. Diddy's arrest. We're still learning the specifics about what he's being charged with, but the shockwaves from this are massive. This isn't just about one person. It's about the high-powered world he's been living in for decades. Diddy's been at the top of the game for years, whether it's music, fashion, or those infamous lavish parties. He's built an empire around his persona as this larger-than-life figure who can make or break careers. But now, that empire seems to be crumbling, and people are scrambling to figure out how deep this goes. What's crazy is that this isn't the first time Diddy has faced controversy. He's had a few legal brushes over the years, but this time feels different. Why? Because suddenly all these high-profile celebrities who've been closely connected to him over the years are being dragged into the narrative. You can't talk about celebrity scandals without the Kardashians coming up, right? I mean, they're always in the middle of something. But this time, they're not the ones making headlines. They're caught in the backdraft of Diddy's arrest. People online have dug up old clips from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where Khloe talked openly about going to Diddy's parties, and not just any parties. These were the ones where things apparently got pretty wild. We're talking about that now famous clip where Khloe says half the people at the party were butt naked. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, at the time, that sounded like classic Kardashian humor, right? They're always a little outrageous, always talking about these extravagant parties with famous friends. But in the context of Diddy's arrest, and the rumors swirling around about what might have gone down at these parties, people are starting to ask, did Khloe or the other Kardashians know more than they let on? Of course, no one's accusing the Kardashians of anything criminal, but it's safe to say those comments hit differently now. And let's not forget, Diddy was even a guest on Khloe's short-lived talk show, where they shared a cozy chat about partying. She openly said, "When I think of a good time, I think of Puff." Now, I don't know about you, but that's a pretty close connection. So, naturally, fans are side-eyeing these old clips and wondering if the Kardashians were really as clueless as they seemed. But let's be fair, it's entirely possible they were just having a good time and had no idea what else was going on. After all, we're talking about parties in massive mansions with multiple rooms, floors, and a whole lot of people. Who can keep track of what's happening in every corner of a party like that? Still, with the Kardashians being as public as they are, people are hyper-analyzing their every move right now. Now, let's switch gears and talk about Diddy's talk show appearances, which are suddenly being re-examined with a very suspicious lens. This man has been on every major talk show you can think of. Conan, Ellen, you name it. And in hindsight, some of the things he said during those interviews are raising some serious questions. Take his appearance on Conan, for example. He's sitting there, casually talking about how to keep women at his parties, and he drops this little nugget of wisdom. You gotta have locks on the doors, a lot of heat, no air conditioning. Now, if you're hearing that for the first time, you might just think, oh, classic Diddy, always talking about his extravagant parties. But after his arrest, people are looking back and thinking, wait, what? Locks on the doors? No AC? That sounds a little concerning, to say the least. And Conan wasn't wrong. At the time, it might have come off as playful banter, but now people are asking if Diddy was dropping hints all along, and we just didn't pick up on them. Fans on social media are commenting things like, he's been telling us this stuff for years and we didn't listen. It's definitely one of those moments where hindsight makes everything seem a lot more sinister. And that's not all. There's another interview where Diddy was on Ellen talking about his party lifestyle, bragging about staying up until 6 in the morning and being this party king who never sleeps. He literally says, "I stay up till like 6 a.m. and then I'm back up by 10:30. I don't sleep." And again, that's Diddy being Diddy, right? But now, knowing what we know, people are starting to wonder, was his late-night lifestyle more than just fun and games? It's like every interview, every joke, every offhand comment is being re-examined under this new light. And it's making people seriously question just how much we've missed over the years. All right, let's talk about Usher, another major player in this unfolding drama. Over the weekend, Usher made headlines when he deleted 7,000 tweets from his Twitter account. 7,000 tweets. Now, I don't know about you, but deleting that many tweets in one go doesn't exactly scream normal behavior. Naturally, fans immediately started speculating that Usher was trying to hide something, especially since he's been so close to Diddy over the years. There are countless photos of the two together. They've collaborated in the music industry, and they've been spotted at some of these infamous parties. So when Usher suddenly wiped his Twitter clean, people were like, what's going on here? Now, Usher did eventually come out and address the rumors. He tweeted, "Account got hacked. Damn, y'all ran with it. See you at the show tonight." And hey, maybe he really was hacked. But the thing is, his tweets have since been restored, which just adds another layer of mystery. Fans aren't convinced. It feels like too much of a coincidence that Usher, one of Diddy's closest celebrity friends, would suddenly delete his entire Twitter history right after Diddy's arrest. Even if Usher's account was legitimately hacked, the timing is extremely suspicious. So now, people are digging even deeper into their history together, trying to figure out if there's more to Usher's social media purge than meets the eye. Could it have been just bad timing? Sure, but could it also be that Usher was trying to distance himself from Diddy's controversy? The jury's still out on that one. Now, this next one is a little wild, but bear with me. Kevin Hart has somehow found himself in the middle of this drama too. And before you ask, no, Kevin Hart isn't directly involved in Diddy's arrest. But recently, Kevin made the sudden decision to shut down all locations of his vegan restaurant chain, Hart House. And in true internet fashion, fans are already speculating that this has something to do with Diddy's arrest. Now, I know this sounds like a reach, and to be fair, there's zero proof that Kevin's restaurant closure is connected to any of this. But like I said, people are hyper-focused on celebrity moves right now. And Kevin Hart, being the business-savvy guy he is, has fans scratching their heads over why he'd shut down his entire restaurant chain without much explanation. The timing just seems off. It could very well be that Hart House wasn't doing well financially, or maybe Kevin has other plans for the chain. But with Diddy's arrest looming in the background, people are starting to see connections that might not even be there. It's like every little move a celebrity makes right now is being viewed through the lens of this scandal. And here's where things get even juicier. People online are piecing together what they're calling the Diddy web. This is basically a theory that Diddy, over the years, has used his wealth and influence to pull strings behind the scenes. We're talking about high-powered celebrities, politicians, and even royalty being pulled into his orbit, whether they knew it or not. There's this idea that Diddy was the guy who could get you into the most exclusive events, rub elbows with the biggest names, and maybe, just maybe, use that access to manipulate people for his own gain. Remember that 70-page lawsuit from earlier this year? Yeah, that one's being brought up again, where Diddy was accused of using his connections to celebrities like Prince Harry and others to legitimize himself. The lawsuit paints a picture of someone who was very strategic in how he used his parties to keep himself relevant and protected. It's like a scene out of a movie, a powerful figure pulling the strings behind the scenes, while everyone around him is none the wiser. Of course, most celebrities who attended Diddy's parties probably didn't have a clue what was happening behind closed doors. But fans are now going through every photo, every interview, and every soundbite to figure out who was in the know and who was just there for a good time. So where does all this leave us? What's next for the celebrities caught up in this ripple effect of Diddy's arrest? Well, the truth is we're still waiting for more details to come out from the legal side of things. Right now, everyone's under a microscope. Every move, every tweet, Every interview is being dissected. The Kardashians are trying to lay low, Usher's restoring his deleted tweets, and Kevin Hart's keeping quiet about his restaurant closures. But the internet detectives are hard at work, and they're not going to stop until they've connected every last dot. We could see more old clips resurface, more rumors swirl, and possibly even more celebrities try to distance themselves from this drama. So, what do you guys think? Are these celebrities just innocent bystanders in the whirlwind of Diddy's scandal? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? And do you believe some of these fan theories? Or do you think people are just jumping to conclusions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss an update on this wild saga. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and remember, stay safe and curious. I'll catch you in the next one.